Hi. Welcome to our 7th video to learn how to build program logic. In this video we are going to see how to build logic to check whether a given number is a palindrome number or not. So what is that we are going to see here? First, what is a palindrome number? Next, how to build logic to implement the program for identifying a palindrome number. Next, some examples of identifying a palindrome number. Next, steps for identifying a palindrome number program. Next, the actual palindrome number identification program. And finally, dry run for number 12321. So let's begin. And remember to always focus on how the program logic is getting built. What is a palindrome number? There are two popular definitions of palindrome number. First, a number is a palindrome number only if the get same after its digits are reversed. Or, the second definition. A number is a palindrome number only if after dividing the number in two equal halves, the two halves are exactly symmetric of each other. So how does one build the logic for the program? Simply follow the definition of the palindrome number. The first definition approach will have this logic. First, individual digits have to be transported to a new position in a new variable. Next, operation of comparing corresponding digits of the original and reversed numbers will have to be done. Here, the number of operations will be equal to number of digits per step. The second definition approach will have this logic. First, the first and last digits have to be identified and compared. Next, the number is reduced by removing the compared first and last digits. Here, the number of operations will be equal to the half of number of digits per step. Let's see some examples of identifying a palindrome number with the second definition approach. The first example is 12321. The first and last digits are compared which are same. The number is then reduced to 232. The first and last digits are again compared which are also same. The number is then reduced to 3. No comparison can be done here. So the number 12321 is a palindrome number. Let's take one more example, 246,642. The first and last digits are compared which are same. The number is then reduced to 4664. The first and last digits are again compared which are also same. The number is then reduced to 66. The first and last digits are again compared which are also same. So the number 246,642 is a palindrome number. And what are the basic steps of the program logic? First, get first and last digits of the number. Next, if digits not equal, stop. Else reduce the number by removing the first and last digits and repeat steps 1 and 2 or 3 till number becomes less than 10. Now let us focus on the logic identifying the first and last digits. The number we are considering is 12,321. So in the first cycle, the number is 12,321. And it has 5 digits. We will refer to the current number of digits as len henceforth. To obtain the last digit we use a modulus operator with 10. To obtain the first digit we need to divide this number by 10,000. Now 10,000 is also 10 raised to 4. And 4 is 1 less to len. So 10,000 can be written as 10 raised to 1 less to the len. And so 10,000 can be derived using the pow function with 10 as the first argument and n 1 less to len as the second argument. For the second cycle, the number is 232 after removing the first and the last digit. And it has 3 digits. To obtain the last digit we use a modulus operator with 10. To obtain the first digit we need to divide this number by 100. Now 100 is also 10 raised to 2. And 2 is 1 less to current len. So 100 can be written as 10 raised to 1 less to the len. And so 100 can be derived using the pow function with 10 as the first argument and n 1 less to len as the second argument. So now we will start writing the actual program for identifying a palindrome number. We start with the include and main statements. We also include math header file. Main bracket opened and bracket closed. A programmer always puts right curly bracket as in when she puts a left curly bracket. This way one can avoid many errors. We then declare a variable num to store a number value and len to store number of digits. We then declare an palindrome function with 2 integer parameters. Then a printf function to prompt the user to enter a number in the length. Then a scanf function to accept the values for same. We then make a call to the palindrome function with arguments as num and len. And then with a getch function and return 0 statement we end our main function. Now we will see the code for palindrome function. The function has 2 parameters num and len, both of type int. We declare a variables first, last and dvsr to store the first digit, last digit, and the divisor to divide the number with to obtain the first digit respectively. Then dvsr is assigned the value as pow function with 10 as the first argument and n 1 less to len as the second argument. First is num by dvsr. Last is num modulus 10. Then we compare first and last. If not same, we stop any further loop execution. Else we reduce number as num modulus dvsr. And then num by 10. The len value is reduced by 2. The statements from assignment of dvsr till assignment of len are in a loop which will run till the num value is greater than 9. Then we have print statements which will print the number is palindrome if value is less than 9. Else it will print that the number is not palindrome. Finally, with return 0 statement we end the function. Now let us do a dry run with number 12321. We will assume that main function was executed and the palindrome function was called with the values 12321 and 5 for num and len respectively. Variables first, last and dvsr are declared. The while loop condition is checked, which is true, and so the loop is entered. Len value is 5 and so dvsr becomes 10,000. Num by dvsr is 1 which is assigned to first. Last becomes num modulus 10 and so 1. In the if condition, first is equal to last and so the condition is false. Then num becomes 2321. And then it becomes 232. The len value is reduced by 2 to become 3. And the loop cycle ends. The while loop condition is checked again, which is true, and so the loop is entered. Len value is 3 and so dvsr becomes 100. Num by dvsr is 2 which is assigned to first. Last becomes num modulus 10 and so 2. In the if condition, first is equal to last and so the condition is false. Then num becomes 32. And then it becomes 3. The len value is reduced by 2 to become 1. And the loop cycle ends. The while condition is again checked and as num is not greater than 9, the condition is false this time and so the while block is not entered this time. The control then jumps to the if statement and because the condition is true, 12321 is printed as a palindrome number. The return 0 statement is executed and the control is transferred back to the main function. After executing getch function and return 0 statement of main, the program execution ends. Friends, if you found this video useful, then please like it. Also do subscribe to the channel by clicking on the subscribe button. Also share this video and playlist with your friends. Thank you for watching.